Okay, David, you are live.
Hello and welcome, everyone. And what a moment it is. It's already 2023. What are we now? The third week. I cannot believe it. It's going so fast. And I feel like for me, energy is speeding up. It's time is going quickly. And let's capture the moment. Let's grab this moment. And because of I find we've talked about it towards the end of the year, one starts to reflect on the year that's passed and start to look forward to the new year. And I feel like we've been doing this, and I'm still doing it. I'm thinking, wow, it's a new year. It's a new year. How am I going to create in the new year? What am I going to envision for myself? What are my new goals? My new experiences that I want to manifest? So I'll talk a little bit about manifestation. I'll look at the comments section. Feel free to send your comments in. And thanks everyone so far for what you've sent in. Just a quick hi to Skywalker, hi to Seashells. Hello everyone, Mariam. And just a reminder that when I'm drawn to someone for a reading, it's usually someone who shares their name and picture, just so I get an idea of who they are. Welcome, Jamie. I'm not sure how I say your name, Jamie or Heim? Is it Jaime? I'm not sure. I think it's Jamie. Hello, love. Welcome to the show. So I usually choose people who have their name or share their name and a picture, so I can get an idea of where you're coming from, who you are. So that's just a little. That just gives you an idea of who I'm going to pick, or who I'll tend to pick, as well as people who sort of come on new and say, "Oh, can I have a reading?" Because some of you are dedicated and loyal, contribute to the show, and you come every week, and that you're such an asset to us, and we really appreciate you. So thank you to everyone, especially those who come every week. That's fantastic, and we're happy to have you. And Neha Anderson, welcome. That's wonderful to see you're new. That's great. So we'll do readings later in the show. We start with a gentle meditation, just to get in the right flow, and we're going to do a little bit more visualization this show. I think it's like more of a workshop, or I'd like it to be a workshop. So feel free to get out your pen and paper, so you have things to write down, ideas to jot down, and it'll be more powerful for you if you do that. So we're going to do a little bit of a visualization exercise now. So I invite you to gently close your eyes. Taking a moment to tune in to your inner self. Capturing the energy of stillness. And how we find stillness is simple. We let go of everything. Practically speaking, if you are sitting down, it means that your back stays straight, and that's the only thing where there's some hold, where there's some energy of holding. Because if you completely let go of your body, you'll fall to the ground. So there is a sense of holding your back straight. The rest of you completely can let go, if that makes sense. So imagine all of you dissolving except for your back remaining straight. It helps if there's something to lean your back against. So I find with the chair, if I lean my back against the chair, then I can resolve to let go of all of myself. And just be mindful of your body first before you completely let go. And now, once you're ready, we dive in to stillness by letting go. Letting go of all thoughts. Letting go of emotions, expectations, dreams, fantasies, and ultimately dissolving all thoughts from our minds.
You find it's not empty, that the water runs still, and the wisdom you see was buried, not forgotten. The seeds lay.
And in your own time and in your own way, you can start to move your feet, connecting back to the earth, coming back to the present moment and gently opening your eyes. Hi, Sheila. Welcome. And another Australian online. Thank you, Sheila, for tuning in. It's great to have an Australian. So that's just a simple exercise, and there's many ways you can do it, of clearing the mind. The mind is filled with thoughts, ideas, energies, and we also channel ideas from the universal forces. So there's an astral level, an astral plane, where we also can be influenced and thoughts can come in. So we want to create a clear channel, and always remember that when you have negative thoughts, they're like weeds, and those weeds can fester, they can grow, they can eventually take over. So we want to root out the weeds, take them out, and replace them with positive energies. And ultimately, the important thing to highlight is to take responsibility for your thoughts, to take responsibility for your mind. And I think it's just a reminder that this is really important, because I kind of forget it. You get caught up in the busyness of life and doing this and doing that and think thoughts, and often we repeat the same thoughts, and things from our past we repeat. So in the next coming weeks, we'll do some exercise to clear the past. So that is often based on forgiveness, changing the narrative, shifting our mindset and how we think about what happened in the past, because we are broadcasting these energies in the present moment, and a million things happen in the past, and those are gone. So all we have is this present moment to guide and transform our thinking around what happened, to guide and transform how we relate to what happened and how we relate to ourselves. So that is really important to highlight, because somebody may have a really difficult experience, and I'm sure all of us can relate to this. We've had something horrible that happened, and in that, what happened after that is we remembered what happened, and then we created a narrative, we created a story. So for the rest of our lives, it's just a story. What happened is actually that happened, and that's happened in the past, it's gone. And then for the rest of our lives, it's really what story we create and what do we tell ourselves about that event. How do we speak to ourselves, and how do we relate to ourselves? So it all comes back to the self, because whatever happened is actually gone. So it's important that we weed out negativity, negative thoughts, and ideas about the past that we can transform, we can shift, we can evolve. Number one is to take responsibility for our mind, all our thoughts, and align the judgments you have, because once we see with crystal clarity, and that's where journaling, taking notes really helps. It's very, very powerful practice to write down your thoughts, write down your reflections, write down if something is troubling you about the past, write it down. And sometimes it helps to burn it, write it down and then burn it, because that's a very strong image, a very strong practice of burning the past, burning that away. But essentially, whatever happened, and it's up to us to interpret it. And rather than interpret something in a way that's going to affect our life in a negative way, it's going to limit our possibilities, how about we empower our perspective? So something happened, perhaps, something horrible happened. Perhaps you had an accident. How about instead of this victim narrative, you create a narrative where you are a survivor, which is actually true, because if you're still here, you are a survivor. And what a miracle that was, that you survived. And you could have been killed, you could have suffered fatal injuries, it could have been the end of you, and here you are, you survived, and you went through all of that. And that means you are a survivor. That means you are powerful. That means you are strong. That means you can cope with adversity and overcome adversity. So that's just an example of taking a life experience and shifting our narrative, shifting our perspective, taking responsibility for our thoughts, aligning our judgment, and then we can plant new seeds. We can think of new ideas. That's where journaling really helps. So we can plant a new seed of light. So this seed could be something like, you know what, in the future, when I have an adversity, when I have a challenging experience, instead of responding with negativity, I'm going to take a deep breath and just stop, collect myself, and confidently shift how I behave, how I respond to that setback, and go, all right, I can handle this. I've done it before. I can handle this. I've got this. I've got this. I've got this. I've got this. So this can be really powerful in our lives, and transmuting to the positive. And essentially, it's interesting to think of how we live our lives. What makes us human? Because I was spending some time with a dog. I live with a dog, and I like dogs. I love animals, and sometimes I think, well, what makes us a dog? And he's, what is his consciousness? What is he perceiving? How is he thinking? How is he feeling? And it's fun to spend time with animals, because they give you a lot of feedback, and they're responsive, and they're aware, and they're conscious, and they feel things. But what you have is very little thinking. So I'm thinking, oh, what is this dog thinking? The dog is not thinking, what is this human thinking? The dog is in the moment, very immediate, instinctual, responding with its instinct, essentially. And you can train dogs. They do respond to training. So you can train a dog, do this, do that, and they form patterns in their mind. So they do have that element. They're not able to think about something that they want to experience in the abstract. So I really want a new relationship, or I really want to change the dynamics of this relationship. So they're not able to do that. What makes us human is this ability to manifest, to create something in the world, and to have a higher awareness, to see the future, to plan the future, to have what starts as an awareness and then, or a thought. It could be, I want to change, I want something different, or it can just be, I want that. So you could call that an idea. Perhaps it starts as a feeling or an awareness, but essentially it's an idea. And what's helpful is to start with a blank canvas. So have a completely blank canvas and plant that seed into the mind, a blank canvas, which is your consciousness. And this is where Buddhist meditation and various meditation styles help to clear and purify the mind. So when you create the ocean can be completely still. So when you plant a seed, plant a thought, an idea, it takes hold in that whole ocean of your mind. It's very powerful. It's a potent seed that you planted. So I'm curious to hear from you how you relate to manifestation, what you've manifested in your life, the processes you've used. For example, for me, I want to manifest a romantic relationship and a thriving business. So that's something I'm working on. And instead of having this outside of your viewpoint, this can become central to your consciousness. It starts with having that intentional motivation to clear everything. So what we did before is helpful, and we can practice that more. And every week we'll do some gentle guided visualizations that will help to raise our consciousness, because manifestation starts with intention. Essentially, it's an energy, a vibration, a vibrational frequency that we want to feel, that we want to experience, that we want to step into. So desire is important, but from a quantum perspective, it is about embodying that experience as a feeling. So making sure that we feel it as if it's real. So instead of just being an idea, with the way our mind works is that it must be felt. It essentially, manifestation can be a simple vision that we repeat. So that's where taking notes is helpful. You can start with a vision and then just repeat and repeat and repeat. And repeated thoughts lead to action, but actions lead to results. So if we just stay in meditation all day long, we may get some results, but essentially a lot of the results, depending on what results we want, would come from actual actions. So actions, you can't just want to travel without getting on a ship or a boat or a train or a plane, an airplane. To travel requires movement, so you have to take action. So most of the results we want require some kind of action. For instance, if we want to make money, we need to plant seeds. We need to we need to have some money to put that to work. We need to set an energy in motion, to set a course to make money, to get a result. We need some action. We need some physical energy, something in the world. But it starts with the mind. It starts with imagining in the mind and visualizing stepping into that world. So I would say, as a simple practice, firstly, get clear of what you actually want, which is the idea. Imagine that in your mind, and then start to visualize stepping into that quantum world, putting yourself into the experience of actually being there. Then we want to incorporate all the feelings of what that's like. Visualize it as real. Visualize that you have stepped into this world that you wish to create. It's got to be real, and it's important you have an emotional connection to the feeling. So I'm reading your comments, and Kimberly, I have a different mindset. Is that you want to have a different mindset, or that's something that you've changed in the past? I think what you mean is that you've shifted your mindset. So that's fantastic. Thank you for sharing, Kimberly. And we can all change. So Seychelles traveling last year, that's fantastic. That's wonderful. Kimberly, I have to set boundaries with relationships. So firstly, the relationship to yourself. This is the most powerful aspect. So setting boundaries with yourself will affect the boundaries you have with relationships. So how you feel about yourself, and having a clear idea of boundary, what you want, what you don't want, what you accept into your life, what you don't accept into your life. It's very much comes back to yourself. I think I'll discuss a japa meditation briefly, which is essentially an Indian tantric tradition of meditation. And this is a manifestation process that it's very, very, very powerful and very, very simple. So what we'll do is write down something you would like to experience, something simple, something practical. It can just be, I want to manifest a successful business in 2023. So write that down now. And then once you've written that down, you can close your eyes. And what we're going to do is, with a sound, an ah sound, which is ah. So a very simple sound, which we are setting a frequency of what we desire. We're stepping into that world. We're stepping into this cosmic reality of the consciousness that we want to experience, the manifestation that we want, the energy vibration that we want. We're stepping into that world. So with the ah, we're imagining and visualizing and being the goal we've set for ourselves. So I use the example of having a successful business. So when we close our eyes, ah, like that, then imagining the feeling of that successful business, how we are feeling, what our life is like, the energy that we have. So the energy we set is the energy we attract. So make sure the focus is on your energy and your feelings. That's the most important aspect. So we'll do just for a few moments, won't be a long practice. We're just going to do ah, you breathe in, ah, breathe in, ah. So the ah is, you can do for a couple of minutes. The most powerful time is early morning. If you want the most powerful time for manifestation, it's sunrise. So when the sun starts rising up, if you could even look at the sun as it rises up with the ah sound, that would be incredibly powerful and potent. So quite magical if you do that, to wake up early and see the light coming up. And then once you start to see that sunlight, you can start with the ah, just like that, simple. So we're going to do just a couple of minutes and I'll lead you. I can't hear you, so if it turn on the mute if my voice kind of distracts you, because it's really about your practice that's going to give you the results. It's not hearing my voice that's not going to bring it. It's your energy that you bring. And good evening, Debbie. Welcome to the show. Actually, in Australia, it's morning, so it's Wednesday morning in Australia. All right, so you've written down something that you want to manifest, a vision that you have, and I think a lot of you are familiar with vision boards, and vision boards remind us what we want to experience. How do we take the vision board and bring it into our consciousness, bring it into our field of awareness, bring it beyond just our eyes visually seeing something that we like, seeing something that we want? This practice is about feeling it, bringing it into our field of consciousness. And from a quantum perspective, the feeling is really important. So the vision is number one, and then it's repeating the feeling of holding that vision, having that vision as if you've already received it. So we're not visualizing something in the future, we're visualizing it right now. I have this now. And that's also helpful if we're grateful for having it. So gratitude is helpful because gratitude means I've already got this. Thank you. I've already got this. Thank you for having this. So that's the psychology of gratitude, that it actually shifts us into the perspective of having, of fullness, of wholeness, of already being whole, already being full, already having what we desire. So let's do I'll just do a short practice, and I will lead the R. Get really clear what you want to experience, what you want to manifest, and then I will lead you with the R, which is just R. It's really, really simple. That doesn't need much explanation, except that that frequency is powerful, because if you imagine that A is the first letter of the Roman alphabet that we use, and that R sound is a birthing sound, so it's common to a lot of the religious iconography, the religious words for God, for instance. So when we say God, you hear the R. Even Lord, there's the O. Buddha, so Buddha, Krishna, even Muhammad. There's an R. I'm trying to think of other examples of the R. It's common to a lot of these words that we have for divine power, for a prophet, for God. What other words are there? Anyways, I can think of that another time. And the important thing is that R is really simple, and it is a kind of, if you imagine the awe that people have when they and when do people go it's often even an orgasmic experience. They may go awakening, like a surprise, like so just think about when you actually do say and how and what that means, because it's a primal sound, but it's very much at the start. It's like, wow, it's the start of everything that encompasses everything. So the best example I used was the A. So the A is the first letter of the alphabet. It's the start, and yet it brings the whole language and alphabet together, because it's like the first step, the foundation stone, that you put this A and then everything else follows. So that is the power of the japa meditation, the R sound that brings into fruition the whole of our reality, starting with an intention, a vision, just a thought, and then actually encapsulating and embodying and feeling that vibrational frequency with our body, with vibrating the fullness of our experience, our reality with that manifesting this new reality. So I've talked way too much. Let's do a brief practice. And as I said, I will lead you with the R. So gently taking a deep breath in. And as you do so, you may close your eyes. If you're comfortable opening your eyes, you can do. It's just that closing your eyes takes away a lot of the most of the visual stimuli. So you're able to focus on the energy of what you want to feel, what you want to manifest. So clearing our mind, I invite you to gain a clear picture of stepping into what you want to manifest, what you wish for, your dream board, what you wish to experience. Imagine yourself stepping into that picture. Set a clear intention for yourself that you're stepping into the new reality. Whatever it is you wish to experience. So you're now stepping into this new world. As if it's completely real, stepping into it. As real as if it's this world. You're stepping into this new reality. Good. Okay, keep going. It's completely real. So imagine all of it is as if you're living it with all the feelings, all the emotions. Make it as real as possible and more real than that. Then raise the threshold a little bit, make it more vibrant, bring more feeling and emotion to that experience. More color, more sound, more light, more vivid imagery. Make it really real. And then with a deep breath in, we shall start manifesting this reality. Taking a deep breath in. As you breathe out, keep imagining and visualizing everything you would like to experience in that vision. With that R sound, imagining all of that vision is yours right now, that you are experiencing this right now. Placing your hands over your chest, sitting in gratitude, in complete gratitude for all that you have manifested, everything that's come to you with this manifestation exercise. So saying thank you as if you've already received that which you want. Saying thank you as if you've already received that which you wish for. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Deep breath in and out, and slowly you can start to wake up again. You may wish to rub your eyes or stretch. You can keep practicing like that. It's something that we do early morning. That's the most powerful. You can do it any time in the day. Repetition is important to instill the vibration. We plant a seed that it's to almost like we watering the seed. We're watering a seedling, watering a plant, allowing it to grow in our minds. So when we keep practicing, it is like watering a plant. The more we practice, the more the plant will start to grow, and it still needs watering. It still needs some nurturing, and our visions can be enhanced. Our visions can grow. Our intentions can shift, and our awareness can grow. Keep with that simple practice of stepping into the reality with the R sound. Stepping into your vision board. So stepping into the vision you have, making it your reality. So I'm just reading the comments, and Austin, welcome from Wales. That's wonderful. We have such an international crowd, international group here. Kayla Jenkins, hello from New Zealand, and wonderful to have you, Kayla. It's Wednesday in New Zealand as well, so we are a bit closer, our cousins in New Zealand. And Shawana, welcome. That's wonderful to have you from California. Isn't that beautiful? So we may shift this. Please feel free to send questions in the comments section. And if you do want to find out more about my work, I do have a YouTube channel, and I also do paintings. If you want to commission me, I'll do a starseed painting for you, whatever size you want. And I can also specify the colors that you want to use and channel that painting. So YouTube channel, I do some meditation on the channel, some similar talks to what I've done this morning, and you can send feedback there and requests and connect with me there. I'll see your message in the comments section. Please subscribe as well to the YouTube channel. It's called Starlyte Meditation. If you do a search for Starlyte Meditation, but the Starlyte is spelled S-T-A-R-L-Y-T-E, S-T-A-R, Starlyte, L-Y-T-E. And you can also donate at the bottom of the tab through that link. It's Starlyte Meditation. So that's the same name as the YouTube channel. Same spelling, Starlyte Meditation. So Starlyte with the Y. That's my family name. Donations over there. And YouTube channel. My website will be up soon, and that's going to be Star Mental Health. So Star Mental Health is coming. It's not quite ready yet. So please let me know if you'd like any readings. I'm just looking through the comment section. If anyone wants a reading, let me know. I think we had Nia Anderson. Oh, Jamie McNeil. I just wish I knew how to pronounce your name, because I feel like, am I getting this right? Jamie McNeil. All right, we'll start with Jamie. And hi, Kimberly, Shaloa, Crystal from Canada. Oh, we have so many international people. This is wonderful. Seychelles. Good to have you again, Seychelles. Kimberly, Debbie, Austin, Kayla, Shawana, Tina Scarper, welcome. Kayla, Afia, welcome, Afia. Well, we've got a lot of requests. Tina from New York. That's great, Tina. Seychelles, you're in Mauritius. Oh, beautiful. I think you told me before you were in Mauritius. I actually forgot. I spent a few weeks in Mauritius a few years back, and I've been there about 3 times or so. So I spent a good amount of time in Mauritius, and a lot of the readers may not know where Mauritius is because it's kind of extraordinary because you fly a few hours over the ocean to reach Mauritius. It's one of these ocean islands where, kind of like Hawaii, where you just it's very far away from any mainland. It's kind of just a little island, and it's a lot of wonderful people there. So I said I would do Jamie. I'm just looking for you again. So we'll start with Jamie McNeil. Okay. All right, Jamie McNeil. So let's just take up the cards and see and shuffle. And when we channel anything from spirit's all around us all the time. And I love your picture, Jamie. It's so beautiful. And that's what, and actually, thank you, Jamie, because that's sort of what I was talking about. What I had in mind, actually, I didn't describe it so clearly, is that when we do the manifestation, particularly that R sound, exactly that picture is the most powerful energy that we can encapsulate, that we can capture, that we can step into. That reality of the sun is rising up into the new day, and the divine energy is strong, the cosmic energy is the strongest, so that light is coming up through the sun, and then we can look at that sun and start to do the R. So when I've sometimes done that with my eyes open as the sun has risen up, it's an incredibly powerful spiritual moment where you can manifest your reality. So thank you for that, Jamie. So clearing consciousness, purifying the mind, it's really important for any kind of spiritual reading. Any kind of psychic mediumship requires a kind of purity of mind, which isn't easy because we all get caught up in our own world, our own thoughts, our own consciousness. So that's when meditation is really helpful. So what I intend is to clear my field so that everything becomes pure white light consciousness. And then I put my attention on Jamie and saying Jamie McNeil, saying her name a couple times, 3 times, Jamie McNeil. That helps. Some people use a birth date. That also helps. We're finding that signature energy, that soul energy, that set of consciousnesses or set of principles and patterns that makes that personality, Jamie McNeil, that person. So we're setting that consciousness, starting with clearing the field with my intention, and then I'm picking cards for Jamie, repeating her name. So that gives you a little bit of insight into how I'm working with the cards. So I'm seeing some financial, some limitations financially. It feels a bit blocked for you, Jamie. at the moment, like something's not flowing for you. It's kind of like it's a pause moment, and things are a little bit concerning in some of your stress levels. So it just seems like there's a bit of tightness around money, and be really cautious about your spending. Shift your perspective to save at the moment, to keep it's not a time to indulge. It's a time to just be conservative, rein in your spending, be aware of what's really important, be aware of that actually you need very, very little to survive. So this is a call from the universe to shift into a little bit less materialism. Consciously choose your expenditure. There's a big difference between what you need and what you want. So always think, do you actually need this? And if you want to buy something, you can hold it in your hand and ask yourself, do I actually need this? Because so much of your spending is things that you don't really need. They're not really important. So really value what you have in order to build more of it. So it's telling you, take care of your needs, bide your time. Things will get better. Just be willing to live a little bit more conservatively and value the things that you have right now. There is an interesting spiritual chakra opening up for you, which is the third eye chakra coming through. And I'm just going to check this card because it's a beautiful archangel energy coming through for you, Jamie. And that's the archangel Metatron. And Metatron is, I find Metatron very powerful energy to call upon, which helps you with clarity of thought, clarity of vision. And the practices we've discussed today already would be really helpful for you. Because there's almost like an indigo light with this chakra. With the third eye is associated with indigo, so you could have indigo colors around you that would help you right now to get more clarity of thought. So keep that vision in this area here where I'm putting my hands, the third eye, your clear thought, your insight. And if you do visualize, you can visualize the indigo light over here and visualize what you want to experience coming into this part of your body over here to gain greater clarity, clear your thoughts, and expand your perspective. And so to create a vibrant life, it's going to help you to create a clear picture. So everything we've been practicing, if you can make that a daily practice, that's going to be really powerful for you, Jamie. And you can call in the Archangel Metatron to guide you to a beautiful life and to spin the right energy to shift you into a new sense of direction, new clarity, and a brighter path for you. And the other card I picked for you is the resolution of this. So the resolution is like the final point, the final the final message. The final message is actually what I was talking about before, is gratitude. So being grateful and appreciating that which you have received and that which you wish to receive. So gratitude for that which you wish to receive. And that will open your heart and allow you to shift your perspective. So even if, the analogy of bread and water or something very, very simple that just meets your need, being grateful for that instead of thinking just about a luxury feast. And then with your manifestation, you can imagine gratitude for all things that you wish to receive as well, if that makes sense. So we want to be grateful for small things, and with our manifestation exercise, grateful for receiving our intention. So both levels of gratitude. So appreciate what we have, as well as appreciate what we wish to manifest, appreciate what we wish to have. So both require this gratitude, shifting our consciousness from lack. So that's the important element. We're shifting our consciousness from lack to value, to appreciating the richness of life, appreciating what we have, and that allows more to come into your life. That sends a message to the universe that you're ready to receive more, and ready to receive more of these energies. I'm just going to pick another card for you before we move on to the next person. I hope that helped you, Jamie. And this card is a beautiful card for you, Jamie. It says, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? It's a wonderful card. I don't know if you could see that. It's a picture of a warrior woman with a sword, and she's ready to conquer the world. So I would say this message for you is go out and stop being stuck in limitation. Step out, take a leap of faith. And this is a strong step. It's not a little tentative step. It's saying, like, really launch yourself out there, because you've limited yourself way too much. You've stuck yourself into a narrow paradigm. I'm just checking my volume. Is that better? All right. Okay, Diana. I'm just catching up on the cards. Diana from California. Hi, Diana. Welcome. And can you hear me now, Diana? All right, so Diana, we're going to look into you. So clearing the energy, Diana Faniza. I love your name. It's got so many A's. And you're from California, so I'm just saying, A. Wow, in California, even your name, Diana, California has the A and the I. It has two A's and two I's, and your name is two A's and one I. But your last name, your surname, has the A, the two A's and the I. So your first name and your last name contain two A's and an I. And California has the two A's and the two I's. So I am dancing, Diana. This is beautiful alchemy, magic. I love names. So Diana, let's see, clearing the energy. Let's just have a quick look at you, Diana. The time goes so quickly because I talk too much. Maybe I talk too slowly. But I'll be back next week, and you can contact me. So if we run out of time, which we are going to do soon, you can come back and come to YouTube. Maybe I'll do a YouTube live. If you send me a request, maybe I'll have a moment and I'll come on. We can talk about whatever you'd like to. All right, so let's focus on Diana. And what beautiful stars around you in that picture. That is magical. So what I love to see is someone who's setting some magical spell to the universe and saying, life is magical. I'm ready to step into a new reality of magic. I'm ready to see the magic and be grateful for all the magic around me, because it's all ultimately perspective. Even a rock contains so many miracles. But what about a plant, a tree? And I always encourage people to have plants in their homes, because plants are so filled with intelligence, with grace, with stillness, with simplicity, and life itself. And they live in synchrony with humans. It's synchronistic. They breathe out oxygen during the night, so we can breathe in their oxygen, and they love carbon dioxide. All right, so Diana. All right, so Diana, we're getting the patience card. There's a doorway opening to spirit. So it feels like there's a lot of, there are some challenges. You did mention your health. So there are some challenges that it's a doorway to spirit. So it's coming with a, it's coming with a reason, with a purpose. So although it's challenging, it's also opening a portal. It's opening something for you. So you're going to be becoming way more spiritual. But there's a lot of beauty around you. There's a lot of aesthetic beauty. It's like you're a bit of a visionary with decorating, with say taking a house and designing it from the inside out. You have that real gift. It's like choosing the right colors, choosing the right kind of energies. So you have this gift, which is making the world beautiful. But in terms, there's something in you that's a little bit lonely and isolated, and feels like it's not getting support from the world. Like it's and that's almost like an inner child. So have a look at your inner child, and you can speak to the inner child. There may be, when you were age 7, around that time, there may have been events that happened that led you to feel a certain way, think a certain way, and that's still affecting your reality. So tap into that inner child and realize that you are now not alone. You can speak to this part of you as an adult. And there are other people around you that can help. So I feel like it may be a time to reach out to other people, to connect with other people, and you're not in this alone. You're not here to do this alone. So it's really important that you get the support of others, because they are here. You're there for them. They are here for you. So just remember that you're not alone. This is a clear message that you probably do enjoy spending time on your own, but it's just saying that you need to connect. You need to be with others. That's the message from this card. So reach out to others. I do see an importance of higher light, bringing a lot of higher frequencies, light and sound into the into your frequency, into your world. And so to raise the frequency, raise it into light. So that's going to be really important, to transmute any limitation, because I feel like it's the practices we've done will be helpful. I do feel something with your almost like your urinary tract system. Like there's somewhere down there. I'm feeling something. it feels like there's something that needs to be released, some kind of sadness, some kind of trauma, but feels like more like a disappointment, there's a couple of disappointments actually, that there was a relationship, but as a child as well, there's some disappointment. It's almost like your dad left, had to go away for work, or wasn't really that present, and there was a sense of real disappointment as a child, and you've kept that energy within you. So it's time for healing and transmuting these disappointments from childhood, and working with your inner child to shift your perspective, letting go of the past, taking control of your consciousness, of purifying your mind. It's really an opportunity for healing, and I send you much love, Diana. And we just over time. Hi, Elaine. Welcome. I'm reading the comments. Hi, Jocelyn. Welcome. And we're having a look. Diana, are you still with us? But thank you so much. And Kayla, I'm just looking for someone I haven't done before. Maybe we can choose Kayla. And Nia, you're new, so feel free to send the comments if you're new. Jocelyn, Happy New Year, Carla. So Jocelyn, we did you before on the show, and it's great to have you back. Also, if you have specific questions, you can feel free. Nicola Reed, welcome. Hi, Elaine. Welcome to the show, and Nicola. And it's 2023. Wow. So I was looking at someone, and I'm wondering if you're still there, Kayla Jenkins. Kayla Jenkins. And Elizabeth from Perth. Wow, good morning. That's fantastic. Look at you. So we have a bit of Australian energy here. This is exciting. So Kayla's there. So that's great. Well, I'll do Kayla, and then that will be the last one for today, I think, because we're running out of time. Kayla, you're still there. So Kayla in New Zealand. Fantastic. So let's just clear the energy and call in the guides of Kayla Jenkins and pick a couple of cards for you, Kayla. So it's telling me that it's important that you take an inventory about what's working, what's not working. There's quite a lot of clutter around you and a lot of other people's energy. So it's almost like a fragmented kind of sense of consciousness, because you're being pulled in a lot of directions and influenced by a lot of energy. So I would say if you could almost step away from your life, take a couple of days, couple of weeks, but maybe just a day, take a day completely alone, go away to retreat and spend time on your own, completely on your own in stillness and quiet, and just be. The important thing is that you take that time out to just be, and don't search for anything, don't look for anything, just sit and be, because there are aspects that are not in alignment with you and you're being pulled in different directions. So we're just going to pick some more cards for you, Kayla. And thank you for the comments. Nicola Reed. Well, maybe if we have a couple of minutes time, I'm busy with Kayla at the moment. And Michelle, good evening from UK. Thank you so much for the comments and letting me know where you are, because it really helps me situate you. And I feel like we have such an international crowd. This is a really global show. And we have Australia, New Zealand, UK, Canada, United States. Which other countries have we mentioned? Mauritius. That's very, very international. So coming back to Kayla in New Zealand. So let's keep going. All right, so there is a very positive card coming for you as an outcome, Kayla. But there's indecision circling around you. So as I spoke to you before, this clutter. So the important thing is for you to declutter, and then very positive things will come to you. So this is a wish fulfillment card. So I'm very positive about your cards, Kayla. This is a really good side. As I said, just go away, take time out, and the answers will come. There's more financial abundance, more job fulfillment, romantic love, more abundance from spirit. There's a real wish fulfillment, and you're going to be succeeding even more. There's more coming to you. That's what this card is saying. There's more coming to you. And there's also a call to step out of your own way. So it's saying, just step out of your own way. Don't take yourself so seriously. Don't be a hurdle. Just go with the flow. Let things come to you. And that's going to help. So very, very positive for you. I hope that's helped. I'm actually going to pick a card for Nicola, because she's sending me so many beautiful emoticons. We'll pick a card for Nicola. Thank you so much, Kayla, and I wish you a beautiful day. Thanks for coming to the show and being part of this international community. And just clearing the energy again. Nicola reads. That's an interesting picture you've got there. Okay. All right, so this is an interesting energy, Nicola. It feels like you're clinging to something. You're clinging to some idea of how you want your life to be, how you want yourself to be, how you think life should be. And this clinging is it's affecting your experience. It's affecting how things are coming to you, how things are manifesting. So it's really important that that you step into this shift. You allow the shift to take place, because anything that's not coming from an authentic place needs to be stripped away. It needs to relationships, jobs, social structures, anything built on shaky ground needs to come down, needs to come tumbling down, needs to crumble. So this is challenging for you and challenging for the world, because I feel like this is happening to the whole world. Aligning to who you truly are is like liberation. It's like it's going to be your defining moment. So surrender to the moment, letting go of everything that's not working. So stop trying to hold everything together and just let if something needs to fall apart, let it fall apart. And then you will build on solid foundations from a loving place instead of responding from a fearful place. That's what it's telling me is happening to you. So it's a powerful possibility for you right now, Nicola, and it's going to take some shift. So I'm just looking at the time. So just let go of the habits and be open to new directions, and new possibilities will open up. Let go of the indecision. Just keep letting go, and also gratitude is gonna help you manifest, Nicola. You can do the manifestation exercises we worked on today, the japa meditation, the R. That's going to help you imagine, visualize, and let go of the stuff that was in the past that wasn't aligned to you. So that's all for the show today. We've done a lot. We've talked about a lot. There's a lot of exercises, and I hope that was helpful for you. Remember that your perspective is the most powerful aspect of your life, and you have the ability to shift your perspective. You don't have to be a victim of your experience. Thank you, everyone, and see you all next week. Have a beautiful, beautiful week ahead of you. Bye.